and welcome back to Satisfactory. My name is Jack Blade, and we are in episode 8 today. So if I'm saying welcome back, that's because I assume you've watched the other 7 episodes. Now we are going to do some fun stuff today with the Iron Foundry or Iron Casting Facility over here, where we will be producing all of our steel pipes, our screws, iron rod, and iron plate. So that's how we start out, and I gave myself a bit of a challenge here, and the problem with this challenge is that it is fundamentally not big enough. Counting out what we need and everything, like I tried to solve this problem. It was not really gonna do what I wanted it to. Like a constructor fits like on here. I need to fit logistics and stuff too. So I'm not gonna be able to do that with this. I would like to like revisit this, having like a forum in the middle kind of thing. But yeah, something to also bring up here is I am going to like today, stream is going up. The episode goes up, and then just after, like an hour after the episode has gone live, I go live. So if you guys want to join in on the stream, once you're done with the episode, come join. I'm going to be streaming the entire evening, so come and have fun. With that said, let's get into episode 8, Iron Casting. So what ended up happening was, because I recorded the start clip there, the intro clip, and then I went to bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night. I've slept a couple of hours maybe, and then I got a splitting migraine. Happened sometimes, and I got up and I was like, I'm just gonna sit down and do something in Satisfactory, try and take my mind off it, ironically. And what I ended up doing was a lot. So the big thing that I wanted to work on was like bumper cars. A big thing that I wanted to work on was the, how do I put this, the blueprints of the constructors that I would be using for this game, or for this factory. So what I did was, I got up, I put out a blueprinter, and I was like, okay, let's do this and see how far we can get with this and what we can come up with. And I finished that, and I was like, man, there's still like 2 or 3 hours left before this is gonna calm down. So I was like, let's just start messing around a little bit with the shape of the factory. So I did. And I kind of came up with the concept, which is more like open air, flow through kind of concept, as you can see. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see. Ta-da. So these are gonna be our logistics, like pillars, elevators throughout, and then you have a logistics floor there. You're gonna have a logistics floor at this level, and then you have a logistics floor up here. So those are our logistics floor, and our constructors are, I mean, they look like they have been like lifted up, but they haven't really. I have just made a blueprint that you can find in the drive, by the way, where you have this. So we can access the constructor from here. So if you look here, boom, looks very, very nice. And each constructor is already, instead of placing twice the amount, because I still needed this much, I was like, I have the power, so why not? So I just overclocked instead, so I get 40 out of each. So I just had to place down, what is this, 6 of them instead of 12 of them, saving a bit of space. And then if we go to the other side, or rather, let's look underneath. We got a really, really cool crawl space here. Let me... I don't know how much you guys can see on YouTube with compression and stuff. It's a little bit darker on purpose, to be a little bit more like, okay, this is just, what's it called? This is just maintenance area. You don't need a bunch of strong light in there until it's time, and then you bring a flashlight or a torch of some kind. So, same thing here, like you got a little bit more light because of this, the back end of the constructor. But same thing, and then we go up here, you have the same kind of corridor. I've blocked this off because it's the back end, and this is the, like, the iron rods and then the screws that we make. And then I have, as I said, some light, and I've worked out a little bit of stuff here, so I know what I want the field to be. So I want it to be a little bit more open air, I want it to be a little bit more alive, if you want to say that. And then you have the logistics floor here. And I wanted to add in a lot more of the futuristic feel. So as you can probably tell with the lighting, I have added in a lot of that to make sure that it like properly feels like you are in a like futuristic factory. That was very much the point. So now some of the stuff doesn't really match up. I need to disconnect because the input needs to be doubled up. Like there are 2 of these needs 200. So instead of doing what I've done here, which is like go all the way across, I need to split this up, then have one input go in here and then another one go over the top and then go down and in. So yeah, and then let's go up to the actual floor because I am really proud of what this looks like. And what we got here is, first of all, love this design, love the lighting, love everything, but then you got the floor, which I really love because you can look down and you can see the logistics floor. You can go up here, you can see the constructors. It's very nice. I am so much in love with this design. And I'm not done yet because this is like just a little bit of the interior. I'm gonna add in more stuff later and really make sure that this place pops. Because it's a smaller place, I'm gonna spend a lot of time actually like really nailing down the detailing in this. Because I want it to be open, which means that it's gonna be a little bit faster. I'm not gonna have a lot of walls and stuff. So it's gonna be the interior, it's gonna kind of like be the exterior. So that's essentially what I'm thinking there. And we got the next floor, which is logistics again. Trying to like make a new thing every time we make stairs up. When we get up to the top, boom. I have this across as kind of like a observation deck, but then if we go in here, you can see that we have another roof or floor like this. And then if we go to the other side, you can see that there's like a floating kind of like power tower here. That will be moved. I want to have it on the top of the like the roof here. Kind of work with the rest of the building rather than just having a floating slab of concrete with stuff on there. So yeah, I've like I hope that this like comes off as looking really nice to you guys. And I really worked hard on this, like while I also were nursing migraine and stuff. And I have also already spotted I need to place down one more iron constructor, iron rod constructor. I have one too little. I need 30 iron rods per minute. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, I'm really proud of what we have accomplished so far. Now, from here, I am going to do essentially I'm going to do the Sunday stream for what day would that be? Well, it would be the 13th, I think, 13th or 14th. So I'm basically going to go stream, and then we will be back after that. Hello everyone, we are back. We have had the stream, and we have done some changes. So let's see, yes. We have gone all the way around the world on an adventure, as you can see. The stream was all about expanding and building a world grid. So if we look all the way around the world, you will have these power towers going in a circle. If we look here, they will go all the way. You can see they go around the coast. They're gonna go all the way over here, all the way up here, all the way through here, and then here we kind of like turn off and we go along the line here and then down and then through this corridor, this canyon over here just south of the Spire coast, and then we go down. There was like a little bit turn here, so I was like going around here, but then we go up and go across, and then here we turn down and we went across this entire like edge of, because I don't want to go into Black Swamp. And I went along this river, and then after this, we turned down here, went all the way down into the blue crater. And then in the blue crater, I turned once again, and we went up. I went along this, but then we will go basically up along here, and we reconnect with the world up here. So we essentially have a massive connected world grid that I can completely control using the priority power switches. It was mentioned in the stream that like you could use train lines to also distribute power in the world. Yes, that is completely true, with the asterisk that if you need to turn off the train line, you also turn off the power grid for the entire world. So to avoid that, I have essentially done this instead. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. There was a lot of people this time. I'm really happy with that. I'm feeling a lot better. I've recovered after the migraine. So that really, really helped hanging out with you guys. And on top of that, I want to shout out our newest member. Let's Build has joined as a YouTube member. And I will continuously, like, if I get more than one member and everything, I will kind of try to shout out one person per episode. And that's going to be pretty much like a random pick. So we have Let's Build now, and Let's Build have also gotten a doggo. So if you want to have your own doggo and you want to be put in the Hall of Legends, go and become a Patreon or a YouTube member. Links are in the description. Yeah, and exactly. This name here is really relevant as well. Yeah. We got Fifth in a Cave. We got Sweets. Yeah, Yak is Dum Dum. We got that one. That's one of our Patreons. Let's see. We have Empress Victory. Empress inspired me to do this in the first place. Mizu. With naming things. Damn it, Carl. Our first YouTube member ever. And then Let's Build. Yeah. So we have a lot of doggos to rename. So come on. What are you waiting for? And something to also keep in mind is that, like, while I am looking to take sponsorships, I don't want to take sponsorships. And like, I'm not holding you like hostage or anything, but if you want to avoid, like, I want to avoid taking like any and all sponsorships I have to, it comes down to you guys. And if I can have enough support from you guys that I can make a living, not having to care about sponsorship and being able to say no, then I will do so. So if you want to make sure that it's like as sponsorship free and as focused on just quality content as possible, you guys are the ones who can enable me to do that. So yeah. Now that's basically, like, we did this in stream. Like, we did the entire world grid in one stream. It took 4 hours to go around. I think we had like 15 minutes left when we were done, something like that. So yeah, it took a while. Really wild chat. We had a lot of fun together, and I'm looking to do the same thing in the stream later. Like, that happens after you watch this episode, not now. Don't pause now and go watch a live stream. Go after you watch the episode. Okay, thank you. Now let's get back into this, because we gotta keep doing. We gotta keep moving. We gotta build a city here. And Rome isn't built in a day, and definitely Clearhaven is not built in a day. It's taking a lot more time than I thought it would. Cities are big, man. Now, what are we doing next? What we're doing next is logistics. We need to plug in all the iron and make sure that all of these machines run, and so we can troubleshoot them and everything. There's just one thing that I have noticed, that, like, I pretty much like wing it with some of the numbers. I of course use like actual, like, this is exactly how much I need and like all that kind of stuff. But when I actually place down the machines, for example, the iron plates, according to my calculations, I need 229 for the city to have enough iron plates to produce what I wanted to produce. But instead of like making weird numbers, I just like have overclocked everything. They work the same way. And for those who can do quick math, 6 times 40 is 240, not 229. So it also uses a little bit more iron. And if I go and look at everything else around here, you're kind of gonna notice the same thing. Everything uses a little bit more iron than what it looks like it should. And because of that, we don't have enough. So I'm going to need to create some kind of solution to that. If we go down one floor, if we go down here and look, this iron that we get from here, or not even here, it's up one floor. Why am I down here? Let's look up here. This iron that we are producing, after what we have put in to make the steel, we are left with 1,920. We need 2,080 to run our iron casting facility. So we're a little bit short. And the way that I operate, I tend to just fix that by running in more iron. Now, we have already made this facility. It's already running. Like, we can't fit more in here now. So what is our solution? Well, the best way I can put it is we add to our storytelling. We're gonna make a supplementary iron smelting line that runs immediately into this. And we're gonna make it look good, and we're gonna make it look like it's part of everything else. So it doesn't like just like look like because this is a mistake on my part. Like I genuinely made a mistake. No roleplay, no storytelling. Like I made a mistake with my math when it comes to this, and I need to fix it. And the way that I'm fixing it is by adding to the story. So over here, I'm going to disconnect the iron that I'm currently using for the steel. I'm going to make sure that we have enough steel beams to run for a while. Because it's going to be a little bit until we make the steel smelt or steel foundry facility. So what I'm going to do instead now is create that, and we'll look at what it looks like. And I will see if I can come up with a really good part of the story, like cities, like environmental storytelling that can make sense here. Aside from like, basically, I'm management, and management did not consider the intricacies of underclocking machines. So let's move. And here we go. As you can see, it's not like the biggest setup or anything like that. Like it's supposed to look like a, well, this was what we could come up with the resources we had on hand. But with this, we do have, oh, there's a cliff there, or like big ass rock. And what we do have are 8 smelters running normally. They are using these 2 iron nodes that normally, like before they made steel in our starter factory. But now they put out the same amount of iron that merges and goes along this line and then goes down these stairs. Because I want to use these more. I like the visual of these. And then I put these in, and they are going along. And over here, they are lifted up, and then we take them on a little bit of a trip. These 2 foundations don't merge very well, so I tried to separate them by using the belts as a kind of like connector over here. But yeah, I've made a little bit of a support structure, and then I've ran them over to our iron casting facility. This is how I solved it. And this is essentially like management made a mistake with the calculations. The numbers for the resources needed and all that kind of stuff did not line up with what we've done in the central processing, and they basically shuffled the problem onto like the frontline workers, the engineers and the construction workers and like electricians and all that kind of stuff. And as a result, what we got now is a supplementary iron smelting facility where they've put in a ceiling to get some natural light in there. They put in like proper like supports and everything. And yeah, like trying to keep like a futuristic feel, but then at the same time putting the focus on the smeltery. This is a very like not temporary, but like haphazardly designed line, which is why there's no logistics floor. There's no, like, this was literally just like, we need to solve a problem. Here's the problem. Here's the like amount of resources you get to try and solve it. Like, we gotta try and keep this within budget and on time. So that's essentially what's been done here, and this is the result. Now, with this, we are good to go because this is all the iron we need and then some. So we are now going overboard on how much iron we have. The big question now is, do we have enough space? Because we need to pull in all the iron, right? We have 16 lines of iron coming from here that I need to run through all this. You have 3, 6, 9, and then you have 11, 13, 14, 15, 16 lines. And each line gives 120. So not only do I have to collect them and run them towards here, I'm going to then, over here, bring them down one floor. So we end up on the lower logistics floor, right? Over here. And then I'm gonna run them. They're probably gonna, just because it's this, you can see this line here is where the circle goes for the upper floor. So this is gonna be the wall. If I run them here, I am going to get problems with clipping and stuff with this, but I'm gonna try and fix that. So now we essentially need to do the iron logistics and actually feed this behemoth of a facility. It's gonna eat over 2,000 iron per minute. It is a hungry, hungry hippo. Now, let's see what it looks like when we're done. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? That's the sound of machines running. So, I am currently running troubleshooting. Or I have been running troubleshooting. Essentially, I have hooked everything up, and I'm now syncing everything they produce, and I've gotten some coupons out of it. And what I'm doing this for, essentially, has been to figure out if I have enough iron balanced, because we know we have the number. The question is, like, are those numbers going to all of the smelters fast enough that they are running at full capacity? And that has been the thing that I have been solving, and you can see what's happening over here. Da 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 da. Right? You can see how much this is. This is a lot of iron. And essentially, one of the reasons why I'm running this is because we need to make sure that this is like level, it's coming out, we're getting all of the iron we need, and yeah, that has just been a laborious task. So you can already see I'm gonna run a little bit more. This is like me a little bit in the past. So I know I can look at this and see that I have not implemented the solutions here that I had to once I had run it. So as you can see, this is a pretty like chunky setup over here, and I merge it over here, right? And I'm trying to make it look somewhat nice doing so. But we're gonna hit a problem patch, and I'm going to solve those problems. But it's going to be a less thought through solution than you think. It works, but it's not going to be thought through. It's just going to be, this might work. Now, I was lucky, essentially. Now, let's go and check that out, I would say. So, things have been troubleshot. Do you say that, if it's in the past? But yeah, like, as you can see, everything is running in here now, and this is essentially just like with down in the processing facility, where I am using smart splitters and mergers to send overflow onwards down the line to make sure that I have enough material and that it's like not plugged up after it's gotten as much as it needs. So if we go in here, you can see like this first line over here. I think this was the first line I pulled in at all. Yeah, this one goes in, and there is a smart splitter here. Like it says, like send all the iron forwards that you need to make the iron plates here, and then if you overflow, you send that up to the next floor. And then this one was like, yeah, send everything forward that you need. If you're running out, send to the left and merge over here. So that way I've balanced those things up. Because if now this one plugs up more, it just means that more of it gets sent up. So that works. And then over here, I've kind of done a similar thing. This merger is from a previous attempt at a solution. I just haven't removed it. And then I have just moved everything up one floor and then done a similar thing over there, made sure that everything gets fed and then output the way it should. I've also prepared the like dimensional storage. As you can see, there's one here. This is gonna take iron plates, 40 per minute. And then you're going to see over here, I have a solution. I'm probably going to change this because I slept on it and I figured out that if the screws get backed up or even one of these items gets backed up and the other one is used more, which is the case, screws are used very little when building, but you still need them, right? Then I'm gonna run out of iron rods. So before I had them on one sushi line, but I'm going to switch that up so that the screws go on one line and the iron rods go on their own line. And yeah, as you can see, I've just been syncing these. They've been going for a while now. I have 5 printable coupons. And this also very, very much means that we are done with the troubleshooting. I'm just going to show you the solutions that I came up with in here. Boom, boom. If we go around here, I basically looked at which lines went completely empty, as in which lines were not getting all of the iron that it needed, and which ones were like backing up. And then I implemented these like smart splitters on those lines and moved them to the lines that weren't getting filled up. Essentially making sure that they ended up being full. That is literally what I've been doing. And as you can see, it hasn't been like the most pretty solution, but it worked. So I'm gonna leave it as is because I need to move on. I don't really have the time. I don't have the same liberty as a normal Satisfactory player. I also have to get videos out, and other than getting videos out, I need to show some kind of progress in every episode, or I am going to start losing viewers that get bored because nothing's happening. Yeah, so to avoid that, it's a piece of shit, but it works. And now, as you can see, I've been trying to make it look a little bit pretty, trying to make it look a little bit like symmetrical here, to make up for the monstrosity that is in the center. And then it goes along here, and there is perfectly balanced production because of the systems balancing each other out when we go up. Now, there is a big thing that we need to address and fix when it comes to this factory. And that is the exterior. The interior is supposed to be the exterior, it's kind of like supposed to be open air, but we need to make it look good somehow. So, how do we do that? Well, I am happy you asked. We are going to be making some circles, and we're gonna be adding some more light, and we're gonna be moving stuff around. And yeah, I want to make this look like futuristic, but still like open air kind of thing. Like, I don't even know what to call it. Like dark solar punk. I literally don't know what I would call the style. Either way, let's make some circles and stuff and see what I come up with in the end. I'll bring you back in when we have a good-looking thing to show. And here's a circle. Now, the reason why I'm bringing you in now and not like when I'm done with this is I found a comment on one of my videos where I showed very quickly and very easily a summarized version of a different tutorial talking about how to make vertical circles, spheres, and all that kind of stuff. And arches, of course. And I showed specifically how to make the vertical circle as an example, and then referred people, like, if you want deeper knowledge, go watch their video. And the thing is that someone then commented on that video and said, this doesn't work anymore. The pillars aren't snapping to the beam. Well, I used exactly the same method, and as you can see, I have a vertical circle. So I figured something else must be up. either they're using a mod, they're trolling, or, which is way more likely, they don't realize that the snapping to the beams for the pillars are now a lot more exact. So if you don't like aim at exactly the right point when you're making this, you're not going to get the beam to, or the pillar to snap to the beam. So if I do this and grab this over here, like, it's not going to snap the way you want to. You need to bring it actually to the end. And as you can see, I've made a full circle. I have the whole thing. I made it. Whoa. And I will be using this as a template for how to make the entire, like, the decoration. I want a big ass, like, neon decoration kind of thing on this side. So I'm gonna be bringing you guys back in when we see exactly what that came up with. I'm gonna freestyle it a little bit. The Hermitcraft people, like Green and everything, not Hermitcraft, but Green and friends have launched the new life series, Wildlife. So I'm gonna be playing that in the background while I like all the perspectives while I am like finishing this. So I'll be back when we have checked that out. Now that's beautiful. I am so in love with this. It is looking really damn good. And not only that, I kind of got caught up with the Wildlife series, so I have essentially finished the factory. Yeah, so everything is now covered up properly, and I have added in signage over here. Kind of made like a diagonal thing here with the wall. And then if we go to the front, you can see nothing much has changed visually just from looking at this, right? There's some signage brought in, but what I have done on the inside is there is now a logistics or a like stair down to the logistics floor. And then we got on the back end of this, I have added in a visual flare thing for our very, very nice logistics lift where we are taking things out of the factory. We're not going to take it out on this end. Going back into the guts of the city over here underneath the roads. But yeah, we have essentially finished this up and tried to like keep everything open. I wanted like long neon lights and things going on a little bit everywhere, very clean lines like this. And I've been just going along with all of that, making it very, very like intentional everywhere, with of course our storytelling piece over there to solve a problem that I created myself. And yeah, should I have, you gotta tell me, should I have stairs here, like on each side here? Should I have this like so you can get to the back? Should I have that? Should I skip it? I'm gonna let that up to you guys to decide. Stairs in or stairs out for the top floor? And might not even be just be the top floor. It might be the other floor here as well. Let's go down. Whee! That's the bottom. Can I even? Yeah, here we go. That stairs, we go up. Top floor. Yeah, the top floor. Same thing here. Stairs. I've already put stairs here. I've taken them out here. Huh? I'm confusing myself. Do you want the stairs to be there? Or do you not like them? That's up to you guys. Tell me in the comments. So, we have an iron factory. We have an iron... Clearhaven Iron Casting is now up and running. I like it. I am very much in love with this. And put this in here to kind of break up the flatness of this part. But I really, really wanted to put my focus on this. I am very, very much in love with how this looks. This looks really, really good. Yes. I'm thinking, do you want me to put like a... I don't know if I can make that look good, but like a centerpiece of some kind, or is it like looking good as is? Because remember, we're going to have another facility just next to it that's going to do its own thing as well. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'm a little bit on the fence about putting anything in the middle there. We'll see. Either way, I am really, really happy with making all of this work. Everything is connected up inside. I am now getting all of the stuff that we're producing in there. I am getting into my dimensional storage and everything like that. I'm not going to deconstruct the iron plate, the iron rods, and the screws and like stuff over there, because we still need those, because those are still made. Okay, you guys are doing not PG stuff over there. Okay. I basically still need them to produce, because they are part of making the reinforced iron plates, rotors, and stuff like that. And until we have all that produced in the city, instead, we can't really tear that down. But my next kind of project, I think, I don't really know which one. Like, here we got some options here, right? We can go for the steel smelting or steel foundry like facility. Then we're looking, and like I haven't even placed that one out yet, but I may be looking at putting that one over on this end here maybe. And then we have the copper facility over here. Copper casting is going to be over here. We also have the recycling facility and the HQ that we need to put down somewhere and build. So tell me which one would you like to see next? Would you like me to see, build the intermediary parts over there? I think I'm making all the things I need for that, if I remember correctly. And let me just double check. So we have the reinforced iron plate, and we're gonna be making the stitched iron plate. No, we can't make that. We're not making the wire. So steel or copper, HQ or recycling plant. Those are our options right now. Tell me what you would like to see built next. The copper plant is going to be over here. I am going to try and put like HQ out here. Or even like out here, because it doesn't actually need anything. It doesn't actually need any material sent to it. I'm gonna try. Steel is probably gonna go here, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that in terms of like shape and stuff like that. So any suggestions is very welcome. So we're going to start after that. After copper steel is done, we are going to start moving into the more advanced production stuff. We're gonna be looking at like reinforced iron plates, rotors, stators, motors, computer factory, or like computer engineering, which is like crystal oscillators, AI limiters, stuff like that. So we're gonna have really fun with all of this. I just want more of your guys' input and thoughts on what you guys would like to see. Like, I can continue building, but as far as I am concerned at this point, it's more like a collaboration. And I would very much like to borrow from your guys' creativity, because if I just keep building my way, I'm gonna keep turning out the same way as well. So give me your best ideas in the comments. Now, I am going to go get ready for a stream. And I need to edit this episode, and I need to upload it, and I need to fix a thumbnail, I need to do all those things. And what you guys need to do is go down into the description and click that Patreon link and go sign up as a Patreon, get access to our exclusive Discord chats. You get to vote on future content. We have random streams every Friday, and there's gonna be a point where I kind of run out of what I'm like doing, like for the tips and tricks series on YouTube, which means that the slots that I'm currently doing for tips and tricks I can put for other games, We're looking at like city skylines. Do you guys want to see a Minecraft like create series where we're doing more like steam power, steampunk kind of stuff? Do you guys want to see Tectonica? Do you want to see Desync? All of that stuff. If you're a patron, you get to vote on that content. And yeah, I am very much looking forward to what it will turn out to be. But if you want to weigh in on that and you do enjoy me and the content I'm making and the style that I'm making it in and my energy and everything, then you're very welcome to come and join the stream. With that said, I do love you guys. Your support has been amazing so far. It breaks my brain. And I enjoy looking forward to. That's weird. I look forward to seeing what we will get up to together in the future. Thank you so much, and have a great one, everyone. Bye!